All right, so I am about exactly 7.5 weeks out from the World Championships race. Yesterday was my first structured workout since my mid-season break ended. It was really simple. It was a 60-minute sweet spot or high tempo interval. I'm now taking advantage of the beautiful weather that we have here, and I'm gonna go out and do an endurance ride. On the bike nutrition is all flow formulas. This is what I have when I'm racing, and since it's a hard workout, I like to try to simulate the same amount of carbs and just the same form. That way my body's used to it once I hit race day. And can't leave without chamois cream. This is the brand that I love, made for women. So today's workout, we've got 4 sweet spot intervals, 18 minutes apiece, and in between the first 2 and the last 2, I've got a 60-minute high endurance pace. I'm warming up now. I like to do a huge warm up. It's pretty good weather, a little humid, but not too bad. Happy to be out. Check in soon. Getting ready for number 2. Here's the pavement and go. All right, that 60 minutes is just about up. Way harder than I hoped it would have been. Ready? Go! Okay, last one, number 4. The last one hurt a bit. I usually tell myself, you got this, Kell. Let's go. Tonight is the final practice of the Hillsborough Hawks. I'm pretty excited because we're gonna wear tutus. I brought my tutu from my bachelorette party, and we've really been enjoying this season. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the 2 days a week that we've been spending in the evenings. Since I had a really hard workout earlier today, this is gonna be interesting. I think we're gonna get ice cream after the ride.
How is it, Joe? He approves. Good.
I'm making a big thing of pasta because I have a big ride tomorrow. And I like to eat meals with a lot of carbs before them, the night before. So, pasta it is. About once a week, Joe and I will go for a mountain bike ride together, with the focus being on having fun and working on technical skills. We went to a local trail system that we're really just starting to get to know. Today, though, the trails were pretty slick, so I fell.
You okay? Kelly? Kelly?
It was relatively benign, but I did get a stick in the back of my leg. I think it's important to show that I'm not a perfect rider, and when I do crash, it usually puts me in a headspace where I lose my confidence trying to ride things later in the ride. But I was able to ride something I've never ridden before. So that helped me kind of build my confidence back up so that I was back where I was prior to crashing. But certainly it kind of messes with me mentally, and I will say that having Joe there and him being, checking that I'm okay and assuring me that everything's all right, certainly very helpful for me. This was a really great example of a ride where we both shared and had fun. And while I did walk away with some scratches, we did still have a really good time. And then hopped my back wheel. Yes! Success!
That was awesome.
Thank you. Today is the final race in the New England Youth Cycling League. It is so bittersweet. It's my first season as a coach, and this team in particular, the Hillsborough Hawks, is really special. They've welcomed Joe and I in like family. So today, I will also be participating in the annual coaches race. And from what I've heard, We do 1 lap of the course, so it's going to be maybe a grand total of 4 miles, which is starkly different than what I am used to. It's going to be a lot of fun with people who love bikes. I'm super excited, and hopefully we'll end the season on an exciting note. We are finally getting in the car to leave. I don't want it to be over. I'm so sad it's done. Looking forward to next season already.
Hooray.
Probably gonna do some postseason training with the kids too, getting ready for nationals. Okay, well, time to call it a night. As you can see, I got my hair done. Then I went straight to the office. Now it's 5:30 p.m. Usually at this point, I've already finished my day at work, but now I have to go out and do a 2-hour ride. And then tomorrow, I've got a big day of single speed. So I'm currently riding my old gravel bike, the 7 Kell Cross. On my wheels, I have a Terreno Zero. I love this because sometimes my riding on the roads takes me onto gravel. I've got essentially slick in the middle and then a little bit of tread on the sides. It's perfect for smooth roads and also some gravel. Okay, so I passed this earlier on my ride. I've been doing some loops. I'm gonna put it somewhere and see if Joe finds it. Right at the base, right next to our mailbox. Wow, today's workout felt so good. Alexi Pappas, an Olympic runner, I've heard her on a podcast say that if you have the appropriate level of goal and you're doing the work right, you should feel like you fit within the rule of thirds, which is a third of the time you feel good, like really good. A third of the time you feel so-so, and a third of the time you feel pretty terrible. And if it's too easy, then you always feel good. It means you're not pushing yourself enough. But if it's too hard all the time and you always feel terrible, then you're pushing too hard. I need to appreciate the times when I feel really, really good. Days like these are precious. All right, so today I went up to the New Hampshire/Vermont border to take part in a giant single speed adventure ride. I have personally only ever ridden my single speed for an hour and a half maximum. So this was a true adventure for me. And I have to say, it was an incredibly humbling experience. I'm going back. I'm trying it. Man, the amount of times I had to hop off my bike or the amount of times that I got bucked off my bike. Usually when I'm mountain biking, I feel like I have a good command over the bike, but this time I had to remind myself that this is supposed to be fun. So today was it was a nice reminder that there's still plenty of opportunity for me to grow as a rider, and I've heard that continuing to ride my single speed will just make me a better rider on my geared bike, which I look forward to. Woo! Except for I'm not used to the slow speed of everything on this bike. Yeah. I am stopping mid-ride because I desperately need a break. Today was supposed to be a 2-hour endurance ride, and my body is just fully spent. And I wanted to talk about this for a second because I don't, like, a lot of people think, I have this plan and I'm really gritty and I push myself in my training. And I think it's really important to note that sometimes your body is just really, really tired, and it is okay to not follow a plan. But yesterday, I did a 4.5-hour single speed adventure ride, and my body is really tired, really, really tired. And my period started today, so I've got like this low hum of cramps. It's pretty, just like eats away at you, digs away. So all that being said, I decided to change the plan today, and it doesn't happen super often. I take a lot of pride in being able to push through, but I think some days it's really important to recognize when pushing through doesn't serve you. Here is the bike setup for the Kingdom Graveler ride this weekend. So I've got the Fazari Schaefer. This is a size small. It has Shimano GRX Di2, so I've got the electronic shifting. And the wheels and tires, I've got the Industry 9 UL 250 wheels. It's an alloy set. And the tires on these wheels are the Vittoria Terreno Dry. I've got them set up tubeless, of course. And for those of you who don't know what the Terreno Dry looks like, this is what the tread looks like. So it's perfect for fast rolling, but then plenty of grip for some of the kind of looser corners and the chunky class 4 roads that we're going to have. I'm currently driving up to Vermont on my own. Sadly, I decided to stop for some pasta. This is what dinner looks like, and I have to wait another hour until I get to where I'm headed to eat it. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna go to sleep in a food coma because I have so much food. And then I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna crush the day. It's gonna be beautiful. It'll be a good weekend, even if it rains. My tiny house. It is 6 in the morning. So today I have a really long ride, about 101 miles of climby Vermont class 4 roads and gravel. I'm going to fuel up this morning with an egg sandwich, so 2 eggs and a bagel. My Garmin says 0.63 miles, 358 feet of climbing. Here we go. We made it to the top of the power lines. That was a brutal climb. Whoop, whoop. We are, how many miles in? 38.97, under 3 hours. We did it! Oh. Oh. We finished. We did it. Under 7 hours. Today we're headed out to do a mountain bike ride at Kingdom Trails. We're all a little crusty from yesterday. It's my favorite place to ride mountain bikes. This group of people makes me feel like I belong, and that feels really good. I mean, what's better than mountain biking with a bunch of friends, just having a good time? So I'm gonna cherish that and soak it in for as long as I can this weekend, because I don't get to hang out with all these people as much as I'd like to. That's all for now.